Hey everybody, welcome to David's Life and Observation with your host David Welch. Today's video, sorry I'm turning off my sound, but today's video is going to be patriotic in the sense that we need to acknowledge a few things as citizens of America. We're not really free. If you think you're free, you're stupid. And here's why you're not free. Anytime you need to ask the government, city, local, federal, whatever, county, state, whatever, permission to do something, you're not free. Anytime where you have law enforcement who can wantonly deny you your rights, you're not free. Anytime when they can get a judge to sign a no-knock raid for a plant, you're not free. In America, where you have to pay an ass ton of money in taxes that go to the coffers of administrators instead of, like, I don't know, our streets and any programs that actually do any help, you're not free. Anytime where you buy a home but you still have to pay the bank in order to live there, you're not free. Anytime somebody can tell you that they are going to take a percentage of your income, regardless if you want them to, unless you're working under the table, you're not free. So, it's just, I swear, every video, I sneeze. I don't know why. Just have to. It's just asinine that we celebrate the 4th of July by shooting off fireworks and doing all sorts of stuff that isn't really indicative of freedom. I'd rather see people protest the fuck out of our government on the 4th of July. But here's what people do. They barbecue. They scoff at the plight of veterans. And they pay almighty homage to the boots of police officers. They really do. These motherfuckers will, placate themselves and put themselves on their knees and lick the fucking boots of people with badges and guns who think they have extra rights and privileges than the average citizen. They don't. They don't have any extra fucking rights. They don't have any extra privileges. They don't. We allow that shit to happen. We are American citizens. We shouldn't have to beg our government permission to do what should be allowed to do anyway. And here's what I mean. Why is it that we need to ask and beg for permission to carry a firearm? Shouldn't have to. I'm telling you right now, there's counties and states that will fucking go after you really hardcore for the sheer fact of having a firearm. Much less transporting it from your fucking vehicle to your home. But the sheer fact that you own one, people will fucking find a way to call the police and have them come raid your fucking home because they're concerned for your well-being. Mind you, these motherfuckers are concerned while kicking in your front door and shooting anything that moves. Cat, dog, kid, doesn't matter. And a lot of people are going to look at this video and they're going to be like, well, if you don't like it, you can leave. How the fuck can you call yourself an American when you're okay with that? When you're okay with motherfuckers getting shot in the street who have their hands up? When you're okay that there are videos where guys are butt-ass naked still getting shot by the police because the guy moved? Fucking retarded. You guys should be ashamed to call yourselves Americans with the dumb shit that's going on in America right now. We have law enforcement officers that are fucking unaccountable for their actions. There's no accountability. Law enforcement officers, you wonder why motherfuckers are pissed off? No accountability. That's what it comes down to, motherfuckers. That's why we're pissed. People are fucking hating on you in droves, not because you're fucking right. It's because you're an asshole and you're wrong and you violate people's rights. And the sheer fact that you got officers who go out of their fucking way to plant evidence, to lie on police reports without getting charged with perjury is just another slap in the face, and it doesn't stop with just the police. This is where people got me fucked up. They think, oh, you're just a cop hater. Not true. Not true. I don't hate cops. I don't hate cops. People got me fucked up. I totally hate organizations that fucking allow their brethren to fucking violate people's rights, put people in cages, and lie for years on end in order to make it fucking happen. That's what I don't fucking like. And it's a cabal of people, not just law enforcement. You have prosecutors, you have judges that are in cahoots with everything. I mean, all of them. I mean, if we have cases in America right now where evidence could have exonerated a guy 12 years ago, and he was put on death row for 12 fucking years, yet they're going to deny him a payout, and there's going to be like, oh, well, we misplaced evidence. The fuck you did? You fucking knowingly put that shit in your garage. You knowingly violated that guy's rights, and you knowingly fucked up. Pay up. You fucked up, you pay up. Not only that, the prosecutor who had that shit in his garage, that dude should be serving jail time. That dude should be in federal prison. He should be in prison for a long fucking time. And any officer involved in the cover-up, any officer involved in the malicious prosecution of that man, also should be in prison. You want to cage motherfuckers? Cage the right motherfuckers. Cage the right people. When you have a horrible statistic of at least 2 motherfuckers on death row are wrongfully accused and wrongfully put in death row, we should have beyond a shadow of a fucking doubt in this country that you committed the crime. I'm talking video fucking evidence. You know, we can't just rely on eyewitnesses' accounts anymore. We can't. And here's why. We have false testimony everywhere, and if people are not getting punished, this is the problem with witnesses. Witnesses will recant, or they'll get caught in a lie. Some way, somehow, they get caught in a lie, whether it's law enforcement or just regular people or medical professionals, whatever have you. They get caught in a lie, and then nothing happens to them. This happens big time with people reporting to CPS. When you have people reporting to CPS, and they have no shred of proof, no shred of evidence, your kid's not malnourished, there's nothing wrong with your kid, there's nothing, whatever, you're in a safe-ass environment, the people who filed that false fucking testimony should be put in handcuffs immediately. They really should. That next knock on the door from the police officer, hey, you filed a false claim, bud. Sorry, turn around. Officer commits perjury. In court, the bailiff should be like, sorry, motherfucker, turn around, handcuffs. You are a fucking disgrace to the badge and uniform. Why is it that there are good men and women in law enforcement every fucking day getting shit on because of you motherfuckers? They're getting shit on because motherfuckers want to violate people's rights and not be held accountable. Motherfuckers want to ruin lives and then, 12 years later be like, you know what, oh fuck, I just misplaced it. If he would have died in prison, I'm fucking calling that manslaughter. In fact, you should be in prison for false imprisonment, prosecutorial misconduct. I mean, there are a slew of fucking charges you should be under. And this immunity bullshit, get the fuck out of here with that. Here's what I would love for my 4th of July. Congress have term limits. 8 years. That's all you get, motherfuckers, and go right back on the public dole. That's what you should get. That's what I want. That's what I want for the 4th of July. You know what I also want for the 4th of July? Motherfuckers who have been wronged. Motherfuckers who have been motherfuckers in law enforcement right now who you know committed crimes, committed dirt, killed someone, whatever, and you know they fucked up and you're a police officer, I want you to slap cuffs on that motherfucker today. I want you to do it today. I want you to go put that motherfucker in handcuffs, lock him in a cage, and say, bro, you committed perjury. I'm sorry. Thin blue line does not matter when it comes to... and that's not what the original premise of the thin blue line was. It wasn't there to, oh, I'm just going to cover my buddy's ass no matter what. It's, no, when my buddies go into battle and they're fighting a real fucking dirtbag, like a domestic violence motherfucker who's just beating on his wife, beating on his kids, and doesn't want to go nicely. Hey, you know, that's when the thin blue line really fucking matters. That's when you know you got your brothers and sisters backing you up and they're fucking doing whatever it takes to fucking put that dirtbag down. When you got a motherfucker who's a mass shooter and your brothers in arms are fucking battling out in a fucking street fight with that dude, yeah, that's what the thin blue line is. It's not, hey man, do you mind lying on this report, this official fucking government document to cover my ass? No, that's not what the thin blue line is, you pieces of shit. The thin blue line is not false testimony. If you got an officer you know right now that is a shitbag, arrest him. Put him in handcuffs. You have a photographer, well-known photographer in Florida. I believe this was it was in Georgia. Marietta, Georgia. Y'all motherfuckers fucked up, and here's how. Jeff Gray. Photography is not a crime. Photographer. Fucking holding up a sign, redressing his government in front of the government building. He's allowed to do that. Yet, you want to put handcuffs on him because his sign was vulgar according to your standards. I'm sorry, y'all fucked up. You violated his First Amendment right to do so. So just remember, Marietta, Georgia police, you guys are the ones that fucked up. You guys are the ones that are going to catch the lawsuit, and you guys are the ones that are going to look like the horse's ass all over the internet. And if you wonder why motherfuckers are going to test you, it's because of that shit right there. You got 3 officers that violated that man's right and didn't do a fuck thing about it. You got a city manager that violated the guy's rights, didn't do shit about it. And to the little weasel ass motherfucker last night here in Phoenix, Arizona, that was talking shit to a guy who was actually there to protect your ass with his camera, you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. Wanna know why? Because you violated that dude's rights. You're in his face with a fucking camera. You don't know you're fucking up. You too dumb. You too ignorant. You a fucking child. You don't know he was there to protect you, you dumb son of a bitch. And then when his friends showed up, you didn't want to be Billy Badass no more. You didn't want to be Billy Badass. You needed the protection of the police because you're a bitch. And I hope somebody catches you out slipping and fucking throws hands. I hope you catch hands today, dude. You're out there celebrating the 4th of July. You're having a good time, and then you run into a real American patriot that wants to fucking protect people from bullies like you. I hope that happens. Arizona Auditor, you were doing the right fucking thing, dude. That's pretty much my rant for today. Seriously, 4th of July, you want to make me happy? You want to make America happy? Term limits for Congress. They go right back on the public dole. And for law enforcement, for you guys knowing that there are people in your department that fuck up and violate people's rights, put them in handcuffs. You want to do right by America today? Do that.